What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, That Guy Mile High, tuning back in for another interview. Yes, like we just said, we are back with ZTY TOON. Dog, he is a recording artist.
Yeah.
He's a recording artist. He's also a brand owner. And what I would like to say, actually, is like a little brand powerhouse. Like how you kind of introduced yourself to me when we first met was just this big brain of just like, I'm about to get it and make this luxury brand.
Always.
And it had so many intricate components to it. Like even then, like the dream was just not lacking of creativity at all.
Appreciate
like
that.
Period. So, but let's start from the beginning, man. Like this is your first time on HHTv.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Aside from being on the interview with your dog, you know what I'm saying? Kind of off
sir.
in the corner,
Yes,
you know, being support gang. You know, we got Derek Royce over there. Y'all make sure y'all watch that interview. I'm not sure which one will drop first, but make sure you watch them both.
It's a support team, you know?
Yeah, big facts.
You see him, you might see me, so.
Facts. So where are you from, my friend?
Shit, I am born and raised Denver, Colorado, right here, man, but I lived in Florida for 10 years, too, so I would say I'm born and raised in Colorado, but I grew up in Florida.
Okay. See, that's so funny that you say that, because that was kind of the situation that I was expecting with Derek, was that he had more, like, he just has this East Coast vibe to me, you know what I'm saying? Or West Coast, just a coast vibe.
Yeah.
Like, period. Which you do too, you know what I'm saying? We dread brothers. People can't see it right now, but he got the dreads too. I think your dreads is a little longer than mine, actually. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? My shit still got that hang time. Don't be playing games with me.
Hey, it's all right, man. Don't matter. It's still hanging. That's all that matters.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So it don't
Shit. But that's dope, man. So what was your childhood like, man? Being a transplant, since you spent most of your life in Florida, and two, just growing up, period.
So, I mean, it was cool. I grew up with, I have two brothers. Or I have a brother and a sister.
Word.
I grew up with my mom most of the time. I lived with my dad too, but I mainly stayed with my mom. So, I had a pretty cool. Can't even complain about my upbringing.
Word. So he's like, man, it was no problems, bro.
Like, I mean,
you got that coast through childhood look, bro.
Well, my mom and dad split. Like they weren't together when I was like a kid, and then when I was like 7, they got together. And then they split when I was 14, and then that's when I moved.
That's interesting. Well, that's interesting, and that's something only here in the interview you can find out.
Let me.
Nah, fuck that. We gotta ask this. How is it like being that they weren't together? In the early years. Not saying that they weren't together at some point.
They were like, that's what I say. They were dating, and then they weren't, and he started dating because, like I said, I have a brother and sister.
Yeah.
A half brother and sister.
Okay.
So he went with their mom for the first 7 years, and then something happened. I don't know. And then
he came back to your mom, and that's the part I want to ask. So how does being like 7, 8 years old at this time? How does that feel, bro? Like how weird would that be?
No cap. I'm not even going to front or like fake it. I didn't like my dad like growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you. Shit, we all got them. Yeah, we all got them problems.
he was too he wanted me to be a certain way, and I wasn't going to be that certain way. I was always like, I was over here, and he wanted me to be like over here. You know what I'm saying? So
just different ideas for who you were supposed to be.
Exactly. He wanted me to be like him, and I was like, we're similar in certain ways. Like, I love cars. He loves cars. Like, I got that from him. I got like my love for music from him. But like, we're completely different people when it comes down to
just everything else. I feel you. No, the whole approach.
Yeah,
I got you. So okay.
Like I said, and they got married when I was when he came back, they got married when I was 7. And then they got divorced when I was 14.
Yeah, and then I was about to ask that. So how was it now having to, relive that whole experience over again, but now having more understanding of the situation and what's going on? Like, were you just fed up of the shit at that point?
I mean, it wasn't horrible. Like, I can't say it was horrible. Like, no part of it was ever horrible.
Well, that's nice. At least they made it, civil.
It was what it is. Like, I can't be one of those kids that were like, oh, I had this horrible upbringing, blah, blah, blah. They left. Like, I'm just not that, like, my shit, I actually had a good upbringing. I have a huge fucking family. Like, I have,
that's
like,
dope.
My mom has 8 brothers or 9 brothers and sisters. Like literally 8 brothers and, like, 8 sisters. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's the very bottom child. You know what I'm saying? She's the baby, A lot of them passed recently. So, like, that's why we came back from Florida to here because I was like, she's getting older. Her
right,
siblings are getting
spend
older.
time.
Let's move back from Florida to come back out here. So
Yeah.
that's why the back and forth.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get out of all that sad shit. You know what I'm saying? But I wanted to touch on it. It's a part of your story for sure. So. But it, again, it's those parts that no one that really likes to talk about. Like I don't like talking about the shit that. My childhood, I hate talking about it as much as it gets brought up in conversations.
It's like anything after 14 is more interesting.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I'm dead with you on that right there.
I love explaining what. Because people,
what put you in the position where you was at?
How are your parents? Your parents? They're both here. My dad's in Louisiana. My mom's out here with me. So they're cordial. We're all cool. It's just
hell yeah.
They're not together. So
and that's dope. And
if they're
coexistence
in the same room, they
is
ain't
great.
gonna shoot each other. Like when I got my wedding, they're both gonna be there. It ain't no.
He said, "Ain't no bang bang. Ain't nobody shooting each other."
It's I love my brother and sister. They got it. It's all good. Everything. Ain't no hate.
Hell yeah.
No hate
that's
nowhere,
dope, bro.
So it's all cool. So.
Hell yeah. So that's dope.
Even with my dad, as I got older, we came more together because, he understands I'm a grown-ass man now. So we cool, bro. We cool now.
Hell yeah. Well, and speaking of your dad, though, so you kind of mentioned, you got some of the creative aspects of you kind of from him.
Yeah, definitely, my cars, drawing, things like that, just my creative.
The creative side, it definitely sounds like that.
So I got my music from mom and dad, I would say, because my mom liked, Stinging the Police, and so I got my rock and shit from my mom, and then I got my techno vibe and shit because my dad liked Devo and shit, but he still like they love rap, rap. I grew up on rap and shit, but those were theirs, they love that other shit too.
Hell
and that's
yeah.
what made me spread out to just love everything. I listen to everything now because of them. They obviously don't listen to all the shit I do. They're like, damn, you took it to a whole new level. We were over here with it. Now you listen to everything. So that's what it kind of is. But
that's dope.
Yeah, I got my music from both of them, I would say, for sure.
Hell yeah, and that's dope. But talking about the creative part of you, the creative aspect.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk about your brand.
Yes, sir.
Because that part right there, man, is like I said, when I first met you, this was not just a dream because you were taking the steps necessary to turn it into something physical and tangible, but it's definitely turning into something far by bruh, congratulations.
Appreciate you, man. Thank
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
To not only you, but Derek, your business partner. You know what I'm saying? Because
throughout the whole way.
Yeah, y'all seem to have figured out some sort of dynamic that works for y'all, where y'all don't seem to have any sort of clashing moments at all. Even now, I don't see y'all.
Oh yeah, I can get there.
Well, that's different. That's
but we clash as brothers.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We clash as brothers.
Yeah.
Most people clash and they fucking don't fuck with each other.
Facts.
We clash and
5 minutes later, it's like.
I love this dude. We love each other. We all brothers.
Hell yeah, no, for sure. So and as far as the brand, what was the inspiration? Did you always have this idea of having your own brand as a kid or in your early teen years?
Hell yeah. So when I was a kid, I always said I was probably a young man. I was this is back when, and I still live in Denver. I was young. I would always said my goal for life is the average person in the world. The first thing, one of the 5 first things you touch when you wake up in the morning will be one of my products that have my name on it. So when you wake up, meaning you wake up in the morning, you might.
Yeah,
your slippers,
your phone or your
I
got
case,
you. Yeah, whatever.
Your bed,
the pajamas you went to sleep in.
Yeah, I'm about to say he's you waking up in the bed.
Yeah, the side table, sheets, anything the house was architectured by somebody that was in my corporate. I was my dream is I just want to fucking take over. I just want to. I was
be that guy.
Yeah, I just want to be, and I was necessarily I don't even have my name on everything. I was some things you won't even know. I just had investment in it, and I own half of it or blah 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 or what a percentage of it and. You don't even know.
Soldier.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Some Amazon shit. Real shit. People, a lot of people don't realize that they be supporting Amazon, trying to not support Amazon.
And you're buying something from Amazon, it's a capital. So you won't even know you supporting me.
Even you people who be, shopping at Whole Foods who be talking hella shit about Amazon.
Oh, that's Amazon.
Amazon owns Whole Foods.
That's Amazon all day.
Little tip for you. You know what I'm saying? You're still supporting Jeff Bezos and his
you don't
goddamn.
Know who owns who. That's what I tell everybody. Everybody owns everybody, and I'm trying to be one of those corporations that owns. I'm trying to be
that's dope.
An incorporation. I'm not trying to be just just one brand or 2 brands. I'm trying to be an incorporation. So that's always been my goal.
So who in your life kind of allowed you to think this big, bro? At such a young age, for you to have such a thought of the first one of the first 5 things you touch when you wake up is going to be something with my name either attached to it or involved with it. Like that's a bold statement to like have or like dream to have. That
seems very small to me. Like I swear, like everybody says like some shit I say is big. I'm like, yo, that shit seems so like.
Well, yeah, now especially. Like, I mean, you're an adult, but I'm saying at 16, bro. Like, who was in your life inspiring such big thoughts, though?
That was
like,
at 6.
Was this your mom, your dad, the combination? Like, was there an uncle that we ain't heard about yet that was doing something crazy? Because like, you got to think like people, especially kids, they're super impressionable, right?
Yeah.
So especially at these ages that we're talking now, there's somebody that you're modeling like this idea off of. Whether you're refining it and making it bigger or whatever, who is this person that like was that pivotal? Like, all right, I that blueprint is the one, and I'm gonna make my own shit off of that.
I don't think there's one person.
Okay, so who? Give me
a
combination.
There's like a mixture. So like when you asking like background, so I do have some musical background. My uncle Jackie is the original drummer for Earth, Wind and Fire. So
bullshit.
Yeah, like and when I was young, like hearing that kind of shit, like I don't know, for some reason, like I always like young, I popped out just being like, just on some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell my mom, my first memory is like,
young body also.
She's like, you were like barely a couple months old. How the fuck do you remember that? Like I was crying in like a cat in my little seat in the bed in the car because we were leaving my grandma's funeral, and she was like, "How the fuck do you remember?" I could vividly remember this shit, bro. But I don't know. Like I've always been in tune. Like I swear,
that's
I've
interesting.
always been fucking in tune with shit.
That's interesting.
Like not to sound like weird or cocky, but I've just always been like. They've always thought I was weird. Like, bro, you're just weird. Like, what the fuck? Like, I started skating young. I started doing just like a whole bunch of different shit that nobody around me was doing. They were like, your cousins don't do. Like, who does this? Like, I'm just seeing this shit. Like, where'd you get this rock music? Blah blah blah. Like, I'm just seeing your shit, and I'm elaborating off your shit. If I see it, I'm elaborating off of it.
See, so. and that's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah, where was this influence coming from? Because
anything and everything.
Yeah,
like anything I saw, like I was inspired by it.
Okay, so you I can't say just sponge.
One. I can't say it was just one person. Like, there's not just one person that was just like. I was like, oh my God. But like, it was just a mixture, like a fucking dope. Mixture.
That's
like,
dope.
And then like, even to this day, even to this day, I take things from everybody. Like I have like super mentors that I just watch, and I'm just like Master P and fucking
just observant
like,
and shit.
People like anybody, just like anybody that's doing anything.
I'm the same way. I feel that. I feel that. You got to be observant and recognize your surroundings, because you never know when you might see something that sparks that right, thing in you, or that idea, or that right lyric, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Going here one day and then literally see something and it takes you to the left.
Facts.
Like,
no, that's real
instant.
shit.
That's kind of how ZT. That's how kind of the lighter customizations came.
Yeah, and that's what we're about to get into. So, you having such a big, idea of what you wanted to do and accomplish is definitely obviously where this whole brand has kind of came out of the woodworks, right? Before we get into this brand and the lighters, and even where Derek kind of comes into the picture, what was the moment where you decided that you were going to start your first company, and what was that first company?
First company, so it was with my one of my skate brothers, Greg.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've ever been to Wheel Skate Park.
I've heard of it. I was never a big skater, but I was about to say, I was going to ask if it was in Aurora.
Yeah, it's over in Aurora, right there off Chambers and I live.
Yep.
I don't know how I almost forgot that. But literally, there was a snack bar at one point there, and me and my brother Greg ran that snack bar, and I was 15. That was right before I went to Florida. That was right like within a couple months before I went to Florida, because my mom was already in Florida and I was bad, so I had to stay behind. Like, I was a bad kid, man. I would say I was a bad kid, kind of. Like, I just got in trouble smoking weed all the time, but like,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's how bad
Kids,
I was.
21 and up. Like, but I'm just gonna say when
like, people ask me when I started smoking weed. I started smoking weed when I was 9. So like, shit, kind of like
I was 11. I was 11 when 11? I had hit my first joint, but I didn't really start being a stoner serious until about like 15, 16.
I was like 13 when I started seriously like smoking like every like. Even probably like 12 actually, because I was at my uncle's house. I was stealing shit from him.
By comparison to you, I was a late bloomer then. You know what I'm saying? I was a little late off the porch.
Everybody compared to me is like, they're like, damn, bro. But so that's why I say, like, I kind of grew up a little fast. Like, I was going to raves and doing ecstasy at 13 and shit.
Ooh,
like, I was going to like middle school drinking, or not even middle school, elementary school, because my dad had a bar in the basement. So I'd go and like grab shooters and like
being one of those kids
I was just that kid,
stealing
like,
the shit, bro.
Walking to school, drinking and shit, being drunk in fucking 5th grade, sitting in the back of the class. Like, I swear, I was just that kid. Like, I wasn't bad. I was just bad. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't violent. I wasn't like, robbing people. I was just...
You just bad. It's cool.
I just love drugs and intoxication.
All right. So, okay.
So, but...
How does this lead into your first business?
So, hold on. So, I was going to say, I was just hanging out with those crowds. You know what I'm saying? And I had that's what I was saying, because my mom went to Florida and I had to stay behind. And that's why I had to stay behind.
Okay.
Like, I was on Acre Monitor, I had to finish that shit. And my brother Greg was like, yo, come do this shit with me.
Yep.
So, to keep me out of trouble. So, we literally just started doing that. And he wasn't there. So, like, he made me run. I had the key. I had to go and pick up the shit. And if we ran out of stuff, I'd have to, like, close it down, go pick it up. He was just there to guide me. And,
word.
Because he was, like, 18, 19, 20, something like that, He was older. And I was just legit. And he was just like, go ahead and run that shit. And so that was, like, my first thing, like running.
Your first opportunity, seeing what it looked like.
We had skateboards and shit, so it was like a little mini skate shop, but snack bar, So skate parts, we fixed your boards, we did all that shit. Like, it was like I did all that. Well, it was me basically.
Damn.
I did all that shit, bro.
That's dope. Well, hell yeah. Okay, so that actually gives a little bit more of a backstory and kind of like leading into ZC, because that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, what was it? Those little pivotal moments that really made this come to fruition.
Me being bad and me to be tamed and some shit and have some focus. And then when I saw like, damn, I can actually like do this, like run a business and shit, it was pretty dope. And then
and at this time, is this when the promotion part comes into it? Because I know you had we were just talking about it earlier. That's a little bit later.
That's a whole nother turn of Jordan. That's when I went from being bad Jordan. So this is when I was still bad Jordan. And then when I went to Florida, shit changed.
Okay.
Like, I was still smoking and shit and drinking, but like my thoughts of getting in trouble
had
in
more
Florida
focus.
Was like, nah, I'm not going to jail in the South.
And you don't want to. Yeah, I'm about to say you don't want to go to jail down there.
I'm not going to jail in the South.
Fuck that.
So I kind of just shaped up,
Yeah.
And like I didn't really like. It was years later. I actually had another clothing company. It was called Look Casual.
Oh, word.
So
okay. See, and these are all the little gems that like you can't find. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is stuff no matter how hard I dig. This is the shit you just gotta ask.
Yeah, you can't find. Well, it was off of, remember Reverb Nation?
That sounds
that
fucking
website
crazy
for artists
familiar.
and shit back in the day.
You could rank in your state.
You could rank your own people and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So they had like a clothing thing on there where you can make your own clothing.
Oh, dope.
So I made like merch for like, I was cartoonist at that time. That was my artist name. So I made like merch for cartoonists, and then I made like LC, Look Casual. So that was like my first like little brand. I had shorts and shirts. I still have the shorts to this day. I still rock the shorts, like, you know what I'm saying, because they still fit. I ain't grown since like I was 13.
I ain't grown.
I'm still the same height. So that's what doing drugs kids do. So kids don't do them. You know
that's fire. Yeah. As long as you're of age.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can afford your own shit too.
When you get older, go ahead. But when you're growing, let your body grow. Because my shit said nope. I'm 5'6". I stopped.
Yeah, that's genetics, bro. You just wasn't gonna grow anymore. It's all right.
That's facts. Everybody knows that. That's kind of facts.
Like, it's all right, but
don't do drugs. I'm just trying to say. I'm trying to let the kids know, man.
I feel you, but that's genetics.
Grow tall, kids. Grow tall.
I would have been 6 feet if I didn't.
Right. Look, exactly. I be trying to hold on to shit like that too, because I got two brothers. One that both are younger than me, but one of them's like 6'2". Football player build. His
brother is like 6'4".
Yeah, my fucking he's like 6'2", football. He actually played college football and shit. Big as fuck. He's a personal trainer now. And my youngest brother is about to be 17. Motherfucker's like 6'1" already.
See?
Got this long, lengthy, the basketball slender body and shit, and he's not done.
See, yeah.
Like, I expect him to be like 6'5", 6'7" when he's done. Like, the motherfucker just keeps going. And it bothers me because like I was like this close to reaching 6 foot, like this close, bro. I'm like a fucking inch and a half off.
Yeah, at least you up there,
I know 5'10". I'd have been happy with 5'10".
That's where I'm at, bro. I'm at on a good day, dog. The right shoes, I'm 5'10" and a half. You know what I'm saying? I could pull off 5'11" if I really try. At 6 foot is unattainable though, without looking weird. You know what I'm saying? Like I got platforms on or something.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, hey, I just owned it. At some point, my homie used to like stand on the back of his like shoes in like clubs and stuff. We were standing there
trying to look a little taller and shit. Trying to tip and toe it a little bit.
I
you know what I'm saying?
I was always embracing my height there. I was
you
like,
got
I'm
to
always
at a
short.
certain point, bro.
Hey, I'm the same height as Charizard. That's what I say. No
and he knows exactly how tall he is.
Oh man, that's so funny, bro. So
Speaking of that, I gotta tell you something when we get off camera too.
oh shit, okay.
Hey.
They got some. Hey, if y'all Pokemon heads, hit them up. Look, they talking that
Pokemon
Pokemon
and
shit.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Look,
ExoticCards.com. That's me and Preacher shit too.
oh word. See, hey, look, I didn't even know. Look, that's some new shit. You want to talk about that a little bit?
We can.
We can talk about that because obviously the love for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh was far before.
And right now is
anything
a great
else.
time to talk about it.
Yeah, I'm about to say because those interests. I mean, we're all of the generation.
We all
of
lived
that.
through it. Even if you
Yeah.
weren't a fan of it, you heard somebody of it, so you know.
Bruh.
And even if you want, like, I swear, people that weren't a fan of it then are hell of a fan of it now. And
Well,
it's just like fucking
people
weird.
are
Like, what?
people ride waves and
Bandwagoners.
Yeah.
fads and shit. Yeah, I'm
Like,
about to say
but
these
it's
are just the
alright.
people who
It's
see
like, that's what I'm
things.
saying. Like all the girls that used to like make fun of us back in the day are all like, oh yeah, now like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Look, okay, here's my question then. Do you guys still have your cards from when you were a child?
No.
Bro, could you imagine still having to look? You want to know why I fucking feel so dumb about Pokemon now? Why I won't collect it? Is because I had probably all of the fucking original set.
Oh, we got them
Like,
back now. We got them now.
Look,
He finds the deals anyway.
I'm sure he does.
We got them now.
Look.
But back in the
Look, I probably
that
did
shit.
because I was a huge, like, I loved Pokemon cards, and I used to get a fuck ton, like all the collector packs and the starter packs and all that shit for my birthdays and Christmas, like, you know what I'm saying? And I
Probably
save
gave
up
away-
money for it.
You gave away a college tuition, guy.
Dog. Look, not only that, I didn't even give it away. I sat there and sold it for like garage sale type money and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
that's
you
how
just
I
hit
picked 'em
that
up.
point where it's like,
That's how I
all right,
picked 'em
I'm
up.
done with this shit. And then
You're the guy I look
like,
for.
it'd be
You're
like
the guy I look
$8 for like the whole box and shit. Like, dog.
They just don't know, and that. No,
Bruh.
I'm sorry to say it, but that you are the guy I look for, like low key, like that person that just doesn't know what they have, and they're just like, and I'm like, I hit them with this number, and they're like, all right, just come get it, and I'm like, cool.
Dog, I believe it
Cool.
because I was that dude when
That's how I do a lot
I
of
think
my
I was like
shit, but-
16 or 17 when I had soda. It was just like, you know, you start looking for ways to get money. Like, fuck it, oh, garage sale. My aunt used to throw them all the time. Like 2 or 3 times a year, she throw garage sales. So I used to
See, at
start
least you
finding
sold
shit to
yours.
fucking sell.
At least you sold yours.
But when you sit there and think about the money that I lost potentially, that
Man, at
shit
least you
hurts,
got- at
man.
least you got
Fuck that
something
$8.
back.
Fuck that $8.
You got
dog.
$8 back. I gotta thank you.
A pack of cards is like what, $6-7, dog.
Wait, today or then?
Even then, they was fucking like back. Like it was like $6-7 for a
That-
pack for like those
yeah.
little skinny. You get like 10 cards
Yeah.
in it and shit.
The brand new ones, they still $4 to $6.
Yeah.
depending on which one it is.
See?
So, I mean, that's just the packs individual. If you start getting into the
Bruh,
boxes and shit,
and those ones
like
ain't
that.
even as collectible as the ones back.
Yeah, they are.
God damn. Well, I mean, they are.
just as expensive.
See,
Some of them
I
more
need to
expensive
just
these
holler
days,
at
bro.
you. Then I might have to try to
Exactly, that's what
find
I'm
me
saying.
one of them Charizards and shit.
ExoticCards.com. Yeah, we pretty ExoticCards.com. Check us out. You know what I'm saying? We just go to our Instagram. Yeah, that's me and Preacher shit. And we just had it for like a year and a half now. And that's just
Boom.
since day
Hey, another
one.
hustle, bro. Hell yeah.
Oh, I tell people that's like the lotto. Like if you play the lotto, just fuck with Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards real quick because you like just real quick game. You can go buy a $5 pack and it could be a $300-$400 card in there. So you just buy a $4 pack and there's a $300-$400 card in that shit for $5. Like what the fuck? Like
Yeah, that's a nice return.
I mean, obviously that's a very hard thing to do, but obviously so is winning the fucking lotto. So in Pokemon
Take your
cards,
chances.
Pokemon
Hey.
cards, you can at least like if you get a good, somewhat good, when you get a $20 one, okay, I didn't lose completely, but I still got 20. You still get something. You get
So-
a $5, $6, $5. You'll get something.
So if somebody does do this, can they come to your website and sell the card?
No, I buy them from you for very low.
All right, we'll see. That's what I was letting you stock your whole spiel and shit. Like, okay, we're
I'm
talking
buying
all
it
this
from
shit.
you, and I'm buying it from you for a good price because I have to resell it. See, and I buy bulk. I'll buy like 10,000 cards at one time, and I'll explain to the person, yo, I gotta look through all these cards one by one, price them out, make sure the fucking condition is good. Like that's a lot of work.
Facts.
Like, pricing them
For
out.
sure.
is a
But
lot
I'm
of
just
work.
saying, if I was
So
to
I talk
take
them
your
down.
advice
I talk them down.
and I just went and got my pack and I just happened to be lucky, I
Good
hit the
luck.
lotto, bro.
Good luck. That's
got
one
that
of,
Charizard.
That's good luck. That's why
can't-
people come to my website because or that's why they come to my Instagram when I do the claim sales because they're called claim sales. You do it on a story. and it's instant. Like it's instant cash.
So that's how they can sell it.
Yeah, that's how. You
okay,
sell
that's
it.
what I was trying to get to. So how would I go ahead
eBay,
and,
fuck
and
all this other shit
liquidate this shit? Goddamn it! Like the card's pretty and all, but I don't want to see.
Yeah,
I want the money now.
All that other shit takes. Like, and if you go to like a card shop, they're gonna dumb you down because obviously they're doing they gotta resell this shit.
Facts, no, for sure.
So if you want to do it yourself,
for sure,
just do it. You have to do a claim sale.
So you got. So that's nice. At least you got a way now.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So y'all can go do a claim sale.
PayPal, friends and family, direct to your account right then and there. You mail that shit out the next day. Make sure you put it in a hard case and make sure you sell that shit. Send that
got
shit
it. Easy money.
Track
Easy
$3 if you.
If it's worth it, get it graded.
Oh yeah, a lot of our cards. That's why I have a lot of clients overseas, like in Europe and shit, because they don't get American cards. American cards are worth more. So I'll ship them over to like seas, and then they'll get them graded and shit. So
that's cool. Well, shit, there you go.
The way I ship, we have
got
the
a
best
whole.
shipping. We have the best shipping.
Y'all thought of pretty much everything with the whole situation. Like,
we have the best shipping for cards.
Like,
and we have free track shipping over $20, and nobody's doing that. I'm telling you, like shit we do, like for our company, like our customer service is crazy.
That's
like,
fine.
Yeah, we love you guys, so we're here for you. Like we're making the prices, we're getting them at low prices, so we can sell them to you at low prices. So y'all gotta understand, it's
a buy sell market.
It's a fucking.
You gotta know the market.
We gotta help y'all out. Try to help us out. Let's get it.
All right, so back to the ZC brands, bro.
Yes, sir.
Well,
we got brands on brands on brands.
What leading up to this? Because we still I don't feel like we've touched the surface of all the companies that you've started.
There's just too much shit.
But we're gonna touch on the pivotal ones. Like I feel like the ones you've brought up are the ones that meant something to you at those particular times.
For sure.
So what was the next one after that first little, merch little attempt and brand attempt?
The start of ZC. That's what you're kind of like. That's
we're getting up there because I know we got. Like I said, you already mentioned a promotion company that like kind of turned into this.
It was.
That was the next one.
Yeah, because
all right, let's talk about
it. After LC, like I didn't do nothing because like fucking Reverb Nation stopped doing all that. So like that was a cut on my merch.
Okay.
So I just stopped doing all that for a while, and then.
And the promotion starts. So what gets you into promotions? Because you made it very clear that when you first started, it was promotions.
Yeah. So I was a club promoter in Tallahassee.
Oh, word.
So one of my homies. So this is literally how it happened. One of my homies hit me up one day. He was a big club promoter. Shout out Paul Jewett. He's a big club promoter out in Tallahassee. He was like, yo, so I know you're always like, looking because I'm always hitting him like, yo, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do?
Facts.
And he was like, we have these cards because he was working for Moda at the time. It was a club out in Tallahassee. And he had these little cards, little drink cards. He was like, go hand these drink cards out, put your initial on them, and whichever one's coming back, you get, I think, like $2 per card that comes back or some shit like that. So I was making money I was just going out.
Yeah, handing out
and
cards
I was already out there
promoting.
anyways. Yeah, I was already out there. So I would just hand people cards, and they'd go to the bar, hand them in, and I'd collect the money at the end of the night. Dope business. So then he was like, all right, so you're good at that. And he was like, he did bigger shit though, because he did all the concerts. So he knew he had connections to all the concerts out in Tallahassee.
On venues and or with the venues and stuff. Yeah.
He had all his homies were like, Simon and all them. They were all his homies. So he had connections in that. So he was like, let me get you on doing flyers. So I started like, it was crazy, bro. Like this was like some like movie shit. He'd be like, all right, we're going to have boxes of flyers shipped to your house from like Skrillex or for like Lil Wayne. Like big events.
Dope.
And like when he was telling me that shit, I was like, all right, cool. He's like, because I had all the little I was in the skate community,
Yeah.
So I got all the little niggas. So I can get this shit out.
Yeah, hey, here, you take this stack, go hit every block that you can till you run out.
I'll get to that because shout out to the little homies. They definitely helped me build that shit. So what I would do is they would drop, like what happened, like the first time it ever happened, I forgot what, it was Safe and Sound, a huge ass fucking event that was going on. It had like Avenge, what is it? I can't think of the name, like Flux Pavilion, like just huge fucking names of EDM.
Yeah, some big artists, for sure.
At the time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're still huge, but like at that time, like the biggest artists were there, and I like literally like ding dong at my door, fucking boxes. Like, you remember the Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Like, that nigga like came down the stairs, there's like boxes of fucking like the list and shit. That's how I felt when I opened my door. There's like 10 boxes. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, you want me to get all, and I popped it open, flyers, posters. I'm like, you want me to get all this shit out? So that's kind of what started Zoo Crew SVP, Zoo Crew Street and Viral Promotions, because we did street and viral promotions. We street
Right.
promoted it, and like also
That's
I had
fire.
like, shared
Okay.
like on the on the Instagram post when you got or Facebook post. It's before this is before
Yeah,
Instagram.
before. Yeah,
This
I was
is
about to
when
say that's back.
Facebook-
I was about to say MySpace days still
No,
probably.
No, this is Facebook. So
Okay,
Facebook,
where
so
you-
remember we get them invites on Facebook,
Local
like
space.
Right.
what is that?
Moco space and
Moco
shit,
space?
bro. You don't remember that?
Nah.
Oh shit, that's a for another
Oh,
whole nother
shit.
time. It's a whole nother time. Anyways, finish
you
your
know,
story.
you know.
If you
Yeah,
know,
that's
you
what
know. Anyway, a whole nother time.
But yeah, so you remember you get them like invites on Facebook, you know, come to this event. Like I'd have like
Yup.
people like I'd have people come to my house, put their fucking emails in and shit, like log into their Facebooks and invite 500 friends. Boom. All right, cool. Like that's what I had the little homies do. And then I'd drive them to apartment complexes. We'd get out with our skateboards, hit them doors, boom, 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 boom. Next apartment complex, hit them doors, boom, boom, boom. So we're getting them out. So that's how I started that.
Soliciting like a mother.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's doors to door salesman right
Hey,
there.
baby.
God damn it.
Hey, baby, this is a college town, all right? And some of the we went to the dorms, and even the dorms said no soliciting, but the people were like, yeah, go ahead. It's a college town, bro. Like, they want
Shit, I'd be
like
throwing the
a good
motherfuckers
time,
under the
you know
doors
what
and
I'm
shit
saying?
like here.
We did that. If we could put it on a thing, but the only thing is because I had a rule, so people fucked with me. The reason why people fucked with my company on it is because we knew not to put it on cars. We knew not to put it like on
I
certain
hate that
doors
shit.
and certain like that. Like, yeah, because it'll peel off on your window and stuff.
Fuck
and,
all
like,
that. I
it'll
just
get
hate
wet.
it regardless. Like, because 90% of the time you don't see it until you're already in the fucking car.
Well,
So it's like a whole reason to get out the car. And then you get in, you're like, I don't even give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not
like,
only that,
fuck this fucking
this is
fly. You throw that
Colorado.
shit. Like,
Don't
This
even
is
read it.
this is-
yeah, fuck this
This
fly.
is in Florida.
See?
So
Oh,
there's
yeah.
humidity in a
Oh, so that
car-
shit's
that
sticking
shit
to it and
stuck to your
shit.
window in the sun, bro.
Dog.
It would, like when you peel it off, it would literally have like you can still see it.
The
I'd be-
imprints
You
of
still
the,
see
of the
it.
letters. And
I'd be
shit.
Like, no, you did, like
pissed.
it was like a mirror, it was like a sticker, a clear sticker that you can still see clearly the details on that shit. It was
Yeah,
bad
From the ink.
from the ink.
That would
exactly.
piss me. It,
was
bled,
bad.
it bled and shit.
It
That would
bled.
piss
So-
me off, bro. Yeah,
So
fuck
we
that.
were good at not like ruining people's property. We were good at like making sure it was places that they weren't going to get thrown on the floor, this and that. Like we were really respectful. Like so we people like how when we went out that one time and I was like hanging people's icing, like people fucked with me because I made the posters nice. I made the flyers nice. I made shit look good. People just hang shit up and walk away. I'd go and fix it, couldn't put mine right there. And I was, bro, customer service is what we fucking
I
do.
was just about to say that you could. One thing that I could
Customer
tell about
service.
you is you have a lot of thought put into the actions that you do. Like your business model is actually like very nice. I like the idea of
people.
Yeah,
piss
I was just about to
nobody
say that. Like
off. I
you're
wanna
trying to
please
actually make people fuck with the brand in a positive way.
all day. No
You know what I'm
negativity.
saying?
I don't want
Even
no
if you got to
smut.
be annoying and be in their face all day, you want it
gonna
to
love
still
me.
be positive.
It's like DJ
Yeah.
Khaled. You love him. That nigga might be
Another
annoying,
one.
but he's consistent. And consistency sometimes fucking works. You
You're
know
right, because he
because
keeps it coming. Another one.
Consistency.
consistency.
Persistency.
What
Yeah.
I say? Consistency. Consistency.
Same thing.
Yeah, you got to be persistent
Yeah, persistent
and you got to be consistent.
and consistent. There we
You
go.
dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man.
But so now, okay, so you got this business model down. You're doing this. You're promoting shows, and around 2018, this is when I meet you.
Yeah.
And at this point, this is when you've kind of decided to pursue, I feel like, the accessory and actual brand side of your whole situation. Like
Yep.
now it's no longer just promoting. It's like now I need to promote something of my own.
Yeah, because when I moved out, so I had a promotion shit out there, and then I knew a homie that was promoting out here, shows out here. So like currency shows and like Walker Flip
Yep,
shows, and
yep.
like all that. So all the currency shows out here, he did. So and Currency is my favorite rapper. So obviously like, and Mr. Marcelo, shout out Mr. Marcelo, that's my OG. So when I was moving out here, he was like, I got a show when you're moving out there for you to promote and get on and this, that, and well, not to get on, just to promote. So when I get out here, I'm promoting that show, blah, blah, blah. Funny thing is, he's on the same fucking show. Like, and I didn't notice at the time. Like,
Gang.
I didn't even know it at the time. So we didn't know each other for months later, but he's on the same show. It's just like connections, like instantly with everybody. So I knew I was in the right spot, you know what I'm saying? Like just
Facts.
with the business and everything. And then I started hooking up with Cervantes.
Okay, yeah. Yep, the
they
venue.
So they threw me on every show basically, like
To promote and
so
everything.
that's why my logo's on a lot of. That's why that logo right there is on a lot of shit, like posters and shit,
Facts.
because that was Street and Viral Promotions.
Okay.
So then, like, I started wanting to, like, people kept telling me, like, you know, you start focusing on your music more. Start focusing on your music more. And I was like hanging out with him more at this time too, and like watching him do phenomenal in the studio and just like he inspires me like to be like a better artist, like hella every day.
For sure, I can
So-
believe that.
being around him and seeing that shit, I was just like, man, I need to focus more on my music and kind of let the street viral shit kind of like, you know,
die off.
Let it do its thing.
Let it go.
Yeah, let it go. So I kind of stopped doing that and just started focusing more on our music or my music, and that's how. And it's kind of funny how this came up. I was on one of my homie Lil E's post. Like I wasn't on his shit. I was like scrolling, and then like he had like posted Fredo Santana.
Yeah.
And so I rest in peace. And so I went ahead and clicked on his shit, like because I was like he was saying like rest in peace and all that. So I was like, damn, that sucks. And I was like looking at his shit, and like in one of Fredo's like posts, like he had like a Louis Vuitton lighter, and I was like,
that's
shit
fire.
hard. I was like, I could do that. And I was like,
originally for himself too, just wanted it for himself.
Yeah. Well, that's how the best ideas happen. Is you just want something, and the best way to get it is to make it yourself.
So exactly. And I was like, I want that. And I can do that.
Facts.
So I made one. I made a couple, and I showed these fools, and I gave these fools some. They were like, "Yo, those are dope." They were like, "They can be better. They're dope, but they're dope." So
just ran with it. And this is when I first meet you, because I remember you blessed me with one of the Louis V lighter cases, actually one just like this one. And I remember losing it like 3 weeks after getting it.
Story of our lives,
bro. Because I hopped out. I hopped out.
Everybody.
I was actually I was going to the club. I lost it before even making it. Just hopped out the car, fell out my lap, and I didn't hear it because with this case it's leather, so you don't hear the traditional tink.
Yep.
You know that little tink tink tink. You know what I mean? Like none of that. There's no sound. Shit just hit the ground. I walked away, and when I came back, it was gone. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even realize it was gone or that I dropped it until I was like back in the car, like already driving off, and was like looking for my lighter. Like, where's my lighter at?
Man, don't feel
And
bad, bro.
gone.
Celebrities lose this shit, bro. So don't feel. I be telling people, bro.
Look,
like,
I feel like it needs to be standard with the chain. Like without the chain is great.
So this,
but it needs to be with the chain. I just feel like there shouldn't even be an option
of the customer.
I was about to say, no.
I feel you.
No.
I just feel like there shouldn't even be an option. I just need the chain because
this is the option. I'm gonna tell you right now. So my homie, shout out Ethan. Ethan's y'all might know him. I think Ethan he shoots for Dolphin them.
Okay.
So I provide him with a lighter ladder. So what I had to tell him was the reason you have to have two, because he kept losing them too. And I'm like, I'm gonna send you two of them because you need one to just hang there and look good. You don't use that one ever. That's the one that goes in and out of your pockets and you're using.
Fair enough.
And also, I like people like me. I don't wear jeans too often.
And that's a fair statement because
joggers.
You're right. I do wear joggers or sweats a lot, especially in this
I hook this
season.
shit on my sweats. I don't care, but yeah, it's some people won't want to do that. It's for
I would be afraid to still lose it if it didn't have something to really grab onto. I ain't gonna lie.
See?
But so that's dope. I was actually my next question was gonna ask, where the inspiration for the whole lighter situation, because that I'm pretty sure was your first product, and you just answered that. So what was it that you had to do as far as moving forward with making them better? Because I know that this shit's not cheap to make, because you're cutting up actual Louis Vuitton bags,
real bags,
and purses and shit like that. Like
bag is $1,800.
Yeah, like
it's $1,700, but it's like $1,860 with tax and shit.
Bruh, I don't care how you could be as technical as you want. Anything over $1,000, anything over a couple $100 to just make lighter cases. Like, I don't know if I could commit to cutting that shit up.
And the chains are 18. Well, this is my custom chain, so that obviously my shit's iced out. But the regular chains are 18 karat gold. It's actually plated 18 karat gold and shit. The chains are so. The tassels on them are genuine leather tassels.
How did you afford to make these, bro, at that time? Like, I just don't. That was my question. Like, what?
So,
how can
yes, God,
bro? Like, where are these bags coming from? Like, to just cut them up and
shout out
you
to
know
the
what I'm
people
saying?
that definitely have helped me with that. So I got a few people that have like donated bags and stuff.
Oh, shout out to the donations. That's fire. Okay,
shout out my homie Ankh, definitely big shout out Ankh. So before Ankh, I had my mom's Louis bag. So that's how I had my first one. My dog chewed up my mom's Louis bag, and I just had this fabric forever. Like, I had this fucked up bag forever. And when I saw that, I was like, I can do this. Literally.
Oh,
today, I can do this.
That's an easy one to do because it's already messed up. It's a no brainer. Okay, look, because I'm just.
Mom's was just like, you can have it.
Yeah, at that point, yeah, because I'm thinking, like, I remember when you first gave it to me, he was like, bro, no, like, this is legit Louis. Like, this is not the bullshit. This is from a bag. And I was like, what?
Yep.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't grasp my mind around why you decided to take this bag? And I'm just like assuming because I didn't even ask the question.
Done that
then.
too. He's
at this point, I'm sure you've had to. But to think that the idea, like the first one, like I was just assuming like they were all new. Like that was my assumption. Like this motherfucker balling. He got Louis bags to just cut up. Like, dog, like, I don't even know what that looked like.
It's like any game. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly. And that's real shit. And that's
like
what
I said, the first one, it was came from. So I had a few samples from that one. But then when other people seen them,
wanted
them.
Because I remember you was charging like a couple $100 for the Louis ones, or no, it was like $90 or something like that for.
So we actually went up in price. I was charging not shit for them at first.
And that's why I kept saying it was like
no 20. It was
it super cheap? I remember that wasn't super bad. Like I remember
I didn't pay for the bag and I didn't like I was just like whatever
Okay, you wasn't looking for no profit necessarily.
I got I think 19 lighters off that one bag, so I just was like I don't know price. But it was when I had to go and
buy a bag,
like find a bag to purchase. That's when shit got a little pricey. So that's when I was like, all right, so I got to go. These are $6. They're still cheap. This is still the cheapest for a real Louis lighter on the market. It's still only $60 for with the chain.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's $50 without the chain.
Oh, that's not bad. So, but at that point, that goes back to my point of I almost would say
it's handcrafted.
It would still be better just to still have them all with the chain. For a $10 difference, like
was it? And that's what I said. That's on like you said. It's on the consumer. Like
it is, but I think less people would lose them if there was the chain option because maybe they just wouldn't take them out. On the days that they knew they would they were just like
you know how long I've had
they
this?
Still lose this shit.
Well, because you understand the importance. It's yours. Like that's like me and my own brand. Like like I get it. Like I'm not misplacing my shit. I mean, like period.
I just feel like some people just. I just feel like if you're spending $60 on a fucking lighter. You might give a fuck just a little bit where that shit is.
I agree.
When I gift it to people, I noticed when I sell it to somebody, that shit lasts a long time. When I gift it to somebody, that shit lasts like 2 days.
Like I said, mine was 3 weeks, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't even gonna lie. I was flexing for a solid 3 weeks, though.
Average is 2 days. I'm telling you, I have celebrities that fucking lose this shit on a daily, and that's because they leave it like this. And they'll be in a studio, and one of their homies will.
Yep, the old lighter move. I feel you.
Pocket check.
Yep.
And they ain't gonna get mad. But they didn't pay for it, so they're not gonna be like, "Where the fuck my lighter go?" They're give them. Hit a little nigga.
Just call him back. Yeah.
Hit a little nigga. Tell him some more.
Damn. Well, at least you selling more lighters that way.
Which shout out gang, because Glock on this morning actually on his live had a Louis V lighter case in his hand. So.
That's dope.
And Kimbo hit me up for that.
And we're about to get into that because that was the next product that I remember you bringing like to my attention. Like I remember you first posting the boxes. If anybody's up there, or we'll put it up on the camera. Y'all see the box up there.
Boxes.
This one is one of the ZC custom boxes or the prints. But I remember one of the first ones was a Louis bag or a Louis box.
One. So yeah, I still have that too. I still got both my Louis boxes. So
that was fire.
So in that transition, real quick, we're stepping away from doing the Louis shit, so that's going to be taken off our website. Actually, the end of this month, we're not going to have any of the designer, no Louis, no MCM. We're going to take all that shit off the website for legal reasons. We're just not going to advertise that we sell it anymore. If you want one,
you can do custom.
It's gonna be donations.
Yeah, like if you want one,
you gotta donate your own bag.
No. like you donate some bread to us, and we'll give you a lighter for free.
Yeah, legalities.
Or you buy a shirt for $120 and you get a free lighter.
Hey, you know what? That you ain't the only that business model actually is carried into a lot of different companies.
Yeah,
even cannabis companies. There's certain cannabis companies that
that's
will sell you merch, but then you might get some extra shit with it too.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
That's how you live in the gray area.
You gotta live. You gotta swim in the gray area. And I want to respect Lou. And honestly, the thing is, I really want to work with them in the future. Like that's one of my goals. Is I want to actually partner with them and actually
do a collaboration,
help them design these and show them how I do this. Because, like I said, I've developed this for the last 3-4.
These are definitely a whole lot sleeker and a lot cleaner than the one that I had.
This ain't gonna break off. Like I've had this for a year now, and this shit.
And they're child tested too. So if you ever had like somebody like rip on that shit,
yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
I've gone through many processes with these. And
that's dope. Like I said, the craftsmanship is great.
Look factory right now.
Yeah.
So
the shit's dope. I really like it. So let's get into these hurdles, man. So what's been your biggest hurdle so far, like up to this point? You know what I'm saying? Because you've got a few different, actual products as far as the lighter case. You got the boxes. We'll get into the merch because you've got like a whole merch line and clothes line. I don't want to say merch, apparel. You got all sorts of stuff as far as that. But what has been the biggest hurdles, getting up to that point as far as the lighters and the boxes? Because I know you said this is version like 5 or 6 right here.
Yeah, biggest hurdles. Having motherfuckers have my money on time. No cap.
Hey,
that's why we're not in stores.
Run me my money.
No smut on nobody. I'm not dropping names or anything, but that's why we're not in stores no more, and that's why we're never ever going to be in stores again. The
Consignment.
Consignment sucks.
Yeah, if y'all catch me in a fucking, the only store you'll see us in is our brick and mortar, and we're only have 1 or 2 locations ever. Like that is my only plan. Like
you just gotta change. I've been in some stores. I just don't do consignment.
Or y'all gotta buy from us wholesale first.
No, and I don't even want to do that because honestly, I don't even want to do that. I don't want misrepresentation.
Money, huh?
No, I don't want misrepresentation of my product.
Oh, that's fire too. That's a good reason.
Just being in the mall the other day and doing what I went through yesterday in the mall, bro. I don't want somebody that I can't control selling my product.
That's interesting. That's a whole story right there. We're gonna have to get hold on.
This is why I pay attention. Hold on to that. Anything that happens to me in life, I pick the fuck up.
I got you. We're gonna elaborate on that one. Hold on to that shit right there. So back to these hurdles though. Like aside from that's the biggest hurdle is just not being able to control.
Well, because just like that holds me back to be able to producing more products.
Facts. Oh, for sure. Definitely will slow down production.
There really hasn't been any hurdles from us. It's kind of just been a fun ride.
Oh, word. Okay.
Would you say so? We've had fun with it.
You're not objecting, so I won't try to push that anymore. If there ain't no bad parts, fuck it.
Yeah,
nothing that we wouldn't do again because at the end of the day, it teaches us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this will say, we don't take L's, we take lessons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's facts. Everybody needs to have that motto in their book. You know what I'm saying?
There's no such thing as a loss, man. You're only taking lessons, bro. If you do it twice, you might have done it. That might be a loss. You're a dumbass. But if it's your first time doing it, and you didn't know.
All right. Well, let's get into this clothing part of it. Because this is where things I feel like got a little bit more interesting and kind of even picked up further, right? Like this is where I feel like you kind of had a big play, Derek, is in this transition right here. Because I feel like the boxes and the lighters and everything up until that point, he was pretty much fine on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of had it figured out.
Can I touch on that before we get into that?
Go for it.
On the boxes real quick because I don't want to fly past the boxes because
go. If there's something you want,
so those boxes. People ask me why they're $250. So that fabric is imported from fucking London. So
I was even mentioning that, and that's probably why I fucking spaced it right there because we were talking about the leather, and I remember, and we can touch on that shit because I remember when you like got the first ZC brand like leather. I hit you up personally, was like, "Yo, bro, like what the fuck is this shit?"
We call that the elephant period,
and he was like, "Yo, like." I'm about to do this shit. Like I'm not about to be using nobody else's materials. I'm buying from the source. I'm learning.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, all right.
Yeah, because I'm trying to step away from. I'm trying to be Louis. Like I'm not trying to take their place, obviously, but I'm trying.
You want to stand next to him?
I'm trying to
sit at the table.
Stand right. Them Versace.
Be in that category. You know?
Yeah. I want to be. I fuck with y'all. Obviously, we're not making designer dresses and stuff. But when it
friendly
comes to
competition,
handmade shit, just like this,
table,
like we just want to let y'all know, like
we here.
I'm here. Like
that's lit. And to elaborate on the boxes more too, if you want to, I can grab this one for you. What is the whole inspiration for the outside of the box, the inside of the box? Because I know the insides. Can you customize the insides to your liking?
Go ahead and grab that real quick. So. The point of the boxes was I like keeping my weed in one spot. I don't like keeping it in bags. I don't like keeping it in shit. Like I just like keeping it in. So I don't know what video I was watching. I was watching something. I don't know when it was at one point in life. I just seen a Louis Vuitton like briefcase, and I just loved Louis Vuitton briefcases. They've always just stood out to me. I don't know why. It's just one of those things in life. Making it. I made that first one just to hold the lighters because I had that little box. Remember that little cherry wood box that didn't lock or anything, just opened and closed?
Yeah.
I had that, and they kept opening and falling out and dropping everywhere. So I was like, I need something to hold it and lock it so I can transfer those in. So I made a box covered in Louis. And then I was like, well, that's just kind of cool. I can take this a little further.
Yeah, big facts.
Just like I said, you see something and take a left. You didn't even realize it. So this is the second model, and this is when we started just like really focusing on detail and putting in like the fake gator and shit.
Oh, that's dope. You want to put that up to the camera over there? At least let them see.
But we got the fake.
You'll have
gator.
to zoom in a little bit, people.
Fake gator right there.
Got the fake gator stuff.
And the leather is not real leather. It's also canvas leather too.
That's fire. And then he's got all his stuff in there. You know what I'm saying?
PETA don't
Jars,
come after us.
cones. Eighth jar fits in here pretty nicely.
You can fit a lot of shit in there. So like you said, you can actually fit a gun in there. So
compact.
Hey,
a compact pistol.
Yeah, I'm about to say a little one, but I like
obviously,
like you threw it out there. You got multi-purpose up in this mug. You know what I'm saying?
I hope nobody thinks I put a Desert Eagle in there. I hope that. I hope you know what we're talking about when I say a little bit. But yeah, they can hold
and it is ZC Customs too. So
that's
if
fire.
People want specific size. Like we've had people ask him to do tattoo guns.
Case.
Oh, that's fire. Like, hell yeah. So you could pretty much
actual gun.
If you're willing to pay for it, you can make anything.
Yeah.
Word. Hell yeah.
And like I said, they do their thing.
It is dope, man. Like I said, if you guys want to check it out and see like better pictures, obviously, you know, with the cameras kind of set afire, you know, it's hard to show. But yeah, the website, man, y'all could definitely go check it out, and y'all will be able to see it. I'll put all that stuff in the description.
And this one's 2 years old now, so
that's held up pretty well.
Still looks clean. Like, and that's because the fabric's never touching the ground because all the metal points, all the covers, all the protectors.
Yeah, about to say all the corners and shit like that.
Your fabric's never actually touching anything. So.
Oh, and I was about to say, even no matter what way you're. Yeah, that's dope. Hell yeah. Well, like I said, man, I remember the Louis ones, and I've always wanted one, but. I
have sold a few
I'm
of those,
cheap,
but
bro.
you
know what I'm saying? I got my backpack, dog. I ain't even gonna lie.
And when you say a drawback,
briefcase is an acquired thing.
Yeah. No,
and
for
it's
sure.
gonna last you a long time too, people. And if it ever has any problems, you can always ship it in. We'll fix it.
Oh, you got warranties? Dog.
Warranty. So
they talking. This is real life right here. They talking warranties,
for real.
Bro.
So like, because I've had a box break, and I've actually had to search, so I can surgically. Like, because the hinges, we actually updated the hinges because of that. So our hinges are, like, the reason our boxes are expensive, like, this shit's expensive to make. Not only does it take 3 days to make a fucking box, the prices on the parts are expensive. These parts come from UK corners. Too. The corners come from UK too.
That's dope. So you're not cutting corners anywhere. That's dope.
No.
Like you just really going all in.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's what you have to do to kind of achieve a high end brand like a Louis or MC like y'all are trying to do.
Yeah.
You gotta take that same approach of quality. You know what I'm saying? Like
we want you to know that we're taking care of you. If you purchase our item and like I said, something does happen. And like I said, we don't do refunds, so we'll never do a refund. There's just personal. The reason I'll tell you right now why we don't do refunds, because if you get the item and you take a picture with the item and then you say something's wrong with it and you send it back, you still got a picture with that item, so you can still flex on it. Like you still flex with that. I don't want that. Like I don't want you to like get the item. Like
this is a no flex zone.
Yeah, this is no flex. Like you ain't gonna get it. Like I got me one. It didn't work. I'm sending it back. I need my money back. Broke ass.
Oh
niggas.
Man, no flex zone. Okay, so
niggas.
Speaking of that,
you ain't gonna buy our shirt and be like, oh, it was the wrong color. I didn't want that one. Could I get my money? No. What color did you want? We'll send you out another one. Broke ass nigga.
Oh man, I love it. So okay, that's a perfect segue into my next question. So the brand awareness, man. You're a promoter all on your own. You have the knowledge, the skill set, the know-how just to make shit push and to move shit. But
I love motivating.
Yeah, for sure. But we got to go back to the preacher. The preacher gave me a little bit of information. And he said that you guys, and I kind of knew this too from following you and your Instagrams and whatnot, but you guys have like artists and some athletes and just people who are helping push the brand in general, who I may not know of who they are, but they may be a part of some industry or some shit. But I do know that you have like actual photo shoots happening and real promotional situations going down with like influencers and other people outside of the people here in this room.
Yes, sir.
How did all that kind of come about, and how did you get to that point? And you can if this is part of your doing and definitely speak on it. But how did y'all get to that point of being able to say like, all right, we're at this? Because I know that again, the clothing part is kind of where that all kind of transpired and became a reality. Because you were doing photo shoots with your boxes and the lighters and everything already. But I noticed that the game changed a little bit and elevated, and it got a little bit more serious. And I feel like there was money put behind these shoots and effort, like a lot more effort, aside from just like, oh, I'm going to go set up and put this right here and take a couple pictures while I'm getting high. Like, you know, it was like real effort. How did all that shit kind of come together?
So you want to talk about, should I go with connections first and then into that?
Yeah, you can, however you want to get it.
Connections kind of just came with like, you know, being in the music industry and just like having like mutual friends in the industry. Yeah, just, I don't know, like they'd be in town. So like our first, actually, I'm gonna start with our first one was YB and Amir.
Yeah, okay, and I was actually gonna bring him up. He was actually one part of these next series of questions, and that's perfect. Like I said, part to start. How did that even happen?
So shout out Lil E. One time I was actually in my kitchen. Okay, like I said, go back to Ankh. Shout out Ankh for just 1 second. Shout out Ankh for giving me the Louis bag and the MCM bag. So the MCM bag was actually Ankh's, and Ankh was Nipsey Hussle's ex-bodyguard.
Okay.
Way back in the day.
R.I.P.
Just for a short period of time. And then he went to do Amber Rose. So he was bodyguarding for a whole bunch of people. So that bag was kind of special. So when he gave me that bag, I went ahead and you got to tip out? Yeah. All right, good. When he gave me that bag, I was literally cutting up that bag that morning. And I just like, I was just on Instagram, and I just looked on Instagram, and I saw my homie Lil E. So shout out Lil E. He is like Soulja Boy's little brother.
Okay.
So going way back, I've just always fucked with Soulja Boy and his crew. Like I was rocking with like a lot of his crew members and shit like that, just on social media and stuff.
Yeah.
Me and Lil E connected through that, and so we've always followed each other mutually. So when I saw him, I was just like on Instagram, and I saw Lil E post, like it was like 16 minutes old on a story, like just arrived in Denver, who can pick me up from the airport or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, what up, bro? I got you. Like he hit me up, like he like hit me back, call me, send me his number. Instantly went and picked him up, and
that's
we kicked
fire.
it. Yeah, and we were kicking it. I was showing him around Denver a little bit. Then he was like, yeah, I'm here for Namir. I was like, what you doing here, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I'm here with Namir, because I knew he was rocking with Namir and them a little bit. He was like, I'm here for Namir and them, got a show, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, cool. He was like, yeah, pull with us tonight. You can drive me and all that. So I went to the show with them that night, and just chilled with like him and Namir and all them, backstage, and got to meet them and everybody. It was just Namir and Glizzy at that time, and then Joe. Their shout out Joe. Shout out Black Heat. That's the homie. He was there too, and I got to meet them all for the first time, and Ace. So then that was the first time. Then they came back again, and at that point, that's when I was, like I said,
yeah, you had the lighters and everything at that point.
They got lighters and stuff, and I got photos with them with the lighters and everything. So that's when those were my first people. Second person was Slim 400. I want to say one of our biggest people. Kasky too. Shout out Kasky for sure. Because Kasky and Slim 400 were two of the people that especially Slim 400. Slim 400 rocked the shit out of this.
He did. He posted a lot of different pictures. I follow him. I'm about to say he's still on his belt and shit. He still be having it,
bro. So it's cool. So he shout out big shout out Slim 400, bro. He hella be showing love. And then from there it went to, there were some other people like Snow the Product. I linked up with her and her people because I knew her through a mutual friend too as well. I know a lot of people do a lot of mutual friends because, like I said, we've been in the
industry. Hey, networking is everything.
Yeah, we've been in the industry. So I've been in the industry since I was 14, 15. So I've been just in and out. So always just networking, always just trying to keep up my connects, always just trying to OG Cello, Currency's older brother. He's rocked with me since I was 18, you know what I'm saying? And I'm 30. So
that's
you know
dope.
What I'm saying? So been rocking with me forever. So I just always had just connections. Blessed. I would just say I'm just blessed to just always just had luckily good connections.
Yeah,
and those just kept shit real,
Yeah, and those connections is obviously transitioned into a whole lot of dope shit. Like I said, so back to the photo shoots and how they've transgressed into something even more amazing than what they were. And again, you just using what you had and making shit happen.
What really sparked it was
what was that?
So.
Because I know the merch got elevated too that same time.
Yeah, because I had
your whole get up right now.
Merches. Yeah, I had a couple things. It was a couple things, and it was just whatever. And I was just going through a time in life, bro. I was going through some shit with my girl, and I was just not happy. what happened was one day, it was in November. I remember. Actually, if you look up,
man, them heartbreaks, they hard to forget, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was this before we broke up. It was
still. It starts early. You know when it's about to happen.
It was a dope morning. I woke up to a text message from Dolph's manager, and Young Dolph and Key-Lock, their manager, and my homie Ethan, and they were like, "Bro, check this shit out," and like. Another photographer there like sent me a photo, and like I saw the photo first, and it's the photo of like Dolph. Like you seen the video Trick or Treat?
I would have to go back and rewatch it. I don't want to say yes,
like,
but I think I have, but I don't know.
He's got the $100 bills behind him, and it's like the very beginning. He's got the $100 bills behind him, and like the chick. Like,
I'm gonna go watch it now that you brought it up.
Yeah. So my light, like, it's the picture of like the chick holding my lighter like this. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is that? Is that a photo shoot? Different. What the fuck? And he was like, nah, bro, it's a video. And then his manager sent me the link to the video. Bruh, first time I see my product in a fucking video, bro, I was like, oh shit. Clear as day, you see it, everything, the chain hanging, everything. You know it's my fucking product. I'm like, oh shit. Oh shit.
That's
I'm
different.
all lit, bro. I go to work. I work that fucking Panera Bread, bro. I go to fucking work, my nigga. My boss said, I'm late. I'm a little late, no cap. I was hype. I had to smoke me a whole blunt, you know what I'm saying? I
celebrate.
I celebrate. Bro, I walked in that motherfucker about 10 minutes late, so hyped. But I was the best worker in there. It didn't matter. I could have my shit done quicker than anybody in that motherfucker. They know that too, no cap. Everybody that worked in there, they have my back.
Look, he's shots fired.
Pow,
shots
pow,
fired.
Pow. So anyways, I walk in there and he's talking shit. He said, oh, blah, blah, you're late. I work my whole shift. They bring me in the back. They talking shit like, oh, well, blah, blah, blah. We're going to have to write you up for this. I said, fuck y'all. I quit. Like, nigga, my shit was in a video. Fuck y'all, I quit, nigga. What the fuck, nigga?
Felt different after that.
Fuck y'all, nigga. What the fuck? We out of here, nigga. What the fuck? Y'all, Panera? You tripping on me about to be Panera? Panera? Who? The little motherfuckers that be making the motherfucking little ass sandwiches with the motherfucking soup and all the motherfucking side with a piece of baguette. Nigga, what the fuck? Panera? The fuck? Yeah, let's fuck out of here. So yeah, them motherfuckers bro pissed me off. I walked out that motherfucker so quick. And yeah, ain't look back.
Hell yeah, that's dope. All right, so and moving into the all the apparel that you're wearing now, bro, because we don't want
that was the spark.
Panera, if you ever want to sponsor, you know what I'm saying. I know shots was fired.
Nah, man.
No, I feel you. Look, I'm banned from working at FedEx, bro. Like I feel you.
Hey,
there's those certain jobs. There's those certain jobs you got to walk out with making a statement in them bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I know.
I know who else worked at Panera too, and they said it wasn't a bad job. Fucking I think wasn't it Fat Boy? What's his name? He wears Fat Boy. His necklace says Fat Boy too. I can't think of his fucking name right now.
It's Fat Boy, bro. He got a necklace that Fat Boy. It's Fat Boy. Fat Boy. You know who we talking about.
I feel bad that I can't think of his name right now.
It's Fat
Boy.
Yeah,
he worked at fucking Panera, and he was like, "Man, that shit sucked," but he was like, "It wasn't bad." I used to take home all the sweets at night. I'm like, exactly.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay,
but that was my like spark because I was like, I just quit my job. And now all I have is ZC and exotic cards. You know?
You had to make it happen.
I was like, this shit can't be looking how it was.
Facts.
Like, you know, like I got to really step up my game. And that's what happened. Like, I just really just started pushing that shit really, really hard. Like, I drop all the time. I don't know if you noticed, like, we drop more than any other clothing brand. Like,
hey, you drop more than me. I feel you. I be watching.
I was about to say, I'm capping a little bit because the person who kind of inspires me on that a little bit is Currency. Like how he always just be dropping shit all the time, like every other fucking week or something. I'm like,
but I feel like Currency, and you kind of, I was gonna actually get to that because you kind of taken the approach where I know in the beginning you were all the different kinds of like designs. They were all focused around like music and the albums and the projects and stuff. But I noticed that you now take this like I'm just about to make apparel like every day.
Yeah, because
shit like
and
shit you can just wear
almost every day. Like I designed this last night. This was designed last night, bro. Like, you know, so
that's fire too.
That's the shoes, you know what I'm saying?
That's fire. Hey, so look, I'm about to throw this out there. if y'all want custom shit to match your shoes, you should hit him up and be like, yo, I got this shoe. Send him a picture and be like, I need a fit to match this.
I got you.
I did that for my birthday.
Look, see, look. Hey.
And Derek did too. Like anytime Derek needs,
that's how you do it right there. That need to be a whole nother little segment that you put on your website where you want something custom. It's custom. You dig what I'm saying? You switching out the mic?
That's why it's ZC Customs, because you know it's Zachary Curtis is our luxury brand more so, but ZC Customs is our custom brand. So I just can't use Zachary Curtis by itself because it's already a trademark name. I just recently found out Zachary Curtis is actually.
It sounds super familiar. Like, I mean, the name, it just like, I don't know why it has this like certain ring to it.
It's like a insurance company. It's something small. Like you wouldn't even like really like think about it. But yeah, I found that out like actually like 3 or 4 days ago. I was like, fuck. So I have to keep it as the ZC Customs or just ZC, which I'm fine with. But Zachary Curtis will be a branch of ZC Customs, and I can just do it that way and that way. Like basically how Versace has Versace.
Yeah.
Versace is the expensive brand, and they also have Versace Jean too. So that's Versace came first, and then Versace Jean came second.
It's like a tier level. See, look, you teaching me shit about luxury brands. I can't afford that shit, so I don't know.
Versace is my favorite brand, so I love that. I love. Shout out Gianni. Shout out fucking Donatella. Rest in peace, Gianni. But it's like I just love Versace so much. I like take a lot of influence from that brand, but like the tier levels of how they have it, like Versace's at the top, then you got Versace, and then you have Versace Jean. Even though you don't know Versace is part of Versace, it's still it's the sister brand. It's still bringing in the same change. That's kind of what I want to do with ZC. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got your ZC Customs, and you have your Zachary Curtis, and then
that's fine.
I want to give Derek his own line, his own separate wing, and that way he can do whatever he wants to do design wise and whatever. Because I want to make sure everybody's eating. I want to give preaches on whatever he wants to do, and like I want to just make sure like the family's eating. Like, you know, if you could benefit anything in my company, I always want to try to incorporate you in my company, no matter what your skill is.
That's fine.
I always use you.
Create an opportunity.
Lawyers, doctors, anything you do, like.
That's fine.
I want to incorporate.
Create an opportunity,
and that's what you were saying about like our athletes. Like we have skateboarders. Like we have 3 skateboarders we sponsor right now. Incredible. Like I just want to sponsor athletes. I want my brand out there. So
that's dope. Okay, let's talk about that right there, because he actually mentioned that too. And I was going to bring that up, and since you did bring it up, the athletes that you're sponsoring now, because that ties into what we were already talking about with like the brand awareness and all these photo shoots and all that stuff. So that might explain some of the faces that I don't recognize. Yeah, is some of these athletes that I just don't, in sports I don't follow. I got to,
shout out Lee, shout out Jesse, shout out Mike.
That's fire. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, shout out to y'all. Might have to get them up here too. You know what I'm saying, and see what their story is.
They kill it.
And just get some different aspects, because I'm sure they're probably stoners hanging out with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm sure they smoke a little weed.
Like I said, they kill it on the board, bro. Like they're some of the most talented. So I've known Lee. It's kind of funny. Like quick story on Lee. I've known Lee since we went to high school together. Like we've grown up skating and stuff, and then found out we went to high school together, and then years later, like a couple months ago, like a year ago, we found out that we're cousins through a mutual cousin through marriage, through an old marriage. But yeah,
that's some weird shit right there, but that's cool. Yeah. Small world, you know what I'm saying?
You never know who you're. And now we work, and now he works with me, and like he's my captain of the head. So he manages like
the other athletes,
and eventually I'm gonna give him that division of the skateboard athletes, and he's just gonna run that division.
That's
like,
fine.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool that you guys are thinking really big, man. Like that's dope.
He knows that. Like I tell people all the time, like I want to put you in a position. I want to put us in a position to put you in a better position.
That's fire. That's a good way of, that's a great way of thinking of it.
I mean, if you're in a better position.
Yeah, I'm about to say the only way for me to do more for you is for me to have more.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Because if you got it. You know I fucking got it.
Yeah, I gotta have more for you to have more.
Exactly.
So it's a win-win. There's no lose here. You know what I'm saying? You want to win, I want to win too.
The biggest thing is just making people happy.
Hell yeah. So
no matter what.
With the next or who that blah 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 blah. See, that's that we've been smoking. You know what I'm saying? Who are some of the next people that you are trying to get involved with the brand awareness aspect? So whether it's athletes, artists, well, you know, how are you expanding on that?
I forgot to shout out to Dolph and Clock and all them. Like obviously they hugely give me parts. I'm in 3 of his videos, and
that's fire.
I'm always just sending them out outfits. I'm trying to do like a little collab with them right now in a clothing line. Just a couple pieces, PRE ZC shit. You probably see me rocking it every now and then.
Bro, I see you wear shit like new shit every day. that's why like I can see why it's super hard to kind of answer one of the question about the apparel, because it's really just like you make it as soon as the idea comes to mind. So it's like you're moving fast, like you're moving so fast, like. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely get it.
And that's been always my thing too. Cut out as many people as you can from needing to do what you need to do. For instance, I'm not saying don't pay nobody for nothing. I'm not saying don't be lazy. I'm not saying don't be cheap and broke. But I'm saying if you can pick up the skills and do it along the way and do it yourself, why not do it?
Well, I mean, hey, you got to start somewhere.
Exactly. So my graphic designs, instead of outsourcing my graphic designs, like most of the companies have to outsource the design and then they have to wait for the design to get back, blah, blah.
Right.
I can wake up in the morning and be like, I want a new fit today. Boom, 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 done. 30 minutes later. Actually, about 2 hours later because shit has to process. But yeah, like nobody can really like do that, like unless like you're
that's fire. Yeah. Like I wear I'm a big advocate. Like you see, I wear my shit every day.
Yeah.
Every day. But I definitely need to. We have to talk, bro, because you switching it up every day. Like I can switch up colors. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have by far the amount of designs that you have. And it's impressive.
The next one, I can sit at the computer for 10 minutes, think the design in my head. Start fucking with it. It might even not even come out looking how I thought of it, but it might be come out looking doper, and I'm like, fuck yeah, and wrong with that.
Shit's crazy. But who's next, bro? Who's coming on next with the team as far as helping push ZC Customs?
I mean, Preach he stepped in too this year.
You modeling now, bro?
No,
everything behind the scenes.
Yeah, he wants to start because he was just with the cards, and ZC is obviously a big thing, and he's gonna be a part of ZC too. So instead of just having him just do one thing, so obviously behind the scenes Preach, but working with right now,
just kind of working with what you got right now.
I mean, honestly, just because of the way we used to connect and stuff. So the way I used to be able to just meet everybody is before this pandemic, and we were at shows.
Yeah, true that.
And I'm easily backstage. This is intro. Like this is a key that I always tell people. This has gotten me backstage to so many places so quick because they see this. I'm like, yo, like so people have gotten into Ja Rule. Ashanti has gotten lighters.
Oh, that's fire.
Fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony. Shout out Uncle Lazy because he was at my sister's wedding.
He's been here too, hasn't he? I know he signed one of the buses out back.
So
yeah.
See? So I fucked with him a lot, and he was out here and he's connected me and got me backstage. Or Brandon actually got us backstage, but he saw me and we connected and gave him some lighters, him and Fresh. But like people like that, like I've given a lot of people lighters, bro. Like a lot of people like
I know me
products.
I lost it.
Like when people ask me how many lighters have I made, I don't want to legally say on camera or on mic, but because of how much I produced, but because it's a stupid amount. It's a stupid amount.
Shit, you busy.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, it's all right. You just busy, bro. You trying to get to the bag.
Yeah, and not even, and honestly, and I'm never gonna cap. The number's huge of how much I produced, but I only sold probably 3/4, or not even 3/4. Like I'd say a little less than half.
He's got his name out there first.
A lot of
but you have to though.
Free.
I mean, you got to think about like the music days and the mixtape days and shit. People's hand out CDs like. I mean, that's still relevant. You still have to get your name out there.
And boxes,
you know, just the way you do it is different.
Well, me and Derek was talking the other day. I showed a picture of him. I showed a picture, and I said, bro, I've made 16 boxes. Damn. You made 16 of those? I'm like, bro, I've made 16 fucking boxes.
And what, sold 5?
Sold 3. Whew. But one was a Louis. Whew. And I have 3 or 4 of them. But the rest were gifted. Dolphin Clock got one each. Currency,
but like you said, it's benefited though. You know, when you're giving it to the right people, that's all that matters. It just needs to get into the right hands.
Yeah, that's what we're.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to be like I kind of want it to be, even if you don't use it, kind of like a cause doll. Like,
yeah.
You know, those
some of you just like, oh man, I remember old boy.
Yeah, you just put it on your counter. Yeah. That shit looks hard. People are like, damn, that's just dope. What is that? Like, it's a conversation.
Yeah,
piece.
conversation piece.
It's artwork. It's a conversation piece, and you can actually it's utility. Like, you can actually
I could believe that.
It's trifecta.
So what are you looking for in somebody who would like to join the ZC Custom teams? Like, if they was to hit up Preach and be like, yo, I want to model. I want to be a part of the team. I want to do this, man.
Honestly, so my thing is, so when we do the photo shoots, as you were talking about, so our photo shoots are different from anybody's photo shoots. I'm not going to cap. Everything I do is different.
Flexing.
Everything I do is different. So when you go to a photo shoot, is there food? Is there drinks? Can you chill out? Can you lounge?
I don't know. I've never been to a photo shoot, sir. So I don't know. Are you inviting me to one? Because you're asking me questions that I couldn't answer.
So I'm gonna tell you the answer to that. 90% of the time, nah. There might be drinks, you know,
Some water.
you know,
Got some H2O.
got a
Keep
couple,
you motherfucking.
some beers and some cheap beers, some wine, maybe. You know, when you go to our photo shoots, bro, it's a photo shoot, it's a party, it's a dinner. Like I cook food, like actual food.
He's
like
a chef too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do know you cook, and that's I wanted to actually. I'm gonna bring you back on. Because I have an idea for you with that. I want to talk to you off camera with that.
Man,
but that's a whole nother segment. Yes, he cooks too.
I do. I when people ask me, like interviews for me, like I just can never just have one interview.
Yeah, you have too many. You have too much going on, and that's why, like I told you when you came in, the brand part of you is what I wanted to focus on. Just the fact that you are a brand person.
Like my music,
however it kind of played out.
Like, yeah, that just carries with my brand.
Mm-hmm. See, didn't I tell you that? Look, I told you that when I was like, man, the music seemed like it was just fun.
No, like,
and it was like a way, like a passion. Don't get me wrong, it's a passion, but it was.
Because I've been doing music since I was
this
7.
brand shit is where you really shine, and I felt like the music really came into play because of the influences you were around at the time and the networking that you were doing.
Exactly.
And then it was a way to promote. You had a platform, so why not do it? And that's why I started doing music. I had a platform. Shit, I could do some music too.
And honestly, before I even had a platform, like I said, I started doing music when I was 7 years old. I wrote my first rap when I was 6. So I started doing music early. Like I've always been in a rap. I started taking it seriously when I was 16 because I went to a Wiz Khalifa concert out in Tallahassee, and just Wiz Khalifa just like, this is early Wiz. Like this, I'm telling you, this is like.
See, look, we got multiple interviews to do. Then we'll have to come back and just do a whole one about the music. Then since it's that deep,
it is.
Because when you like look into you, like I said, the music is not what shines.
I have
ZC Customs is like plastered.
I have 22 albums, bro.
I know you definitely are dropping music, but like I said, like when you look it up, you have to know the different names that you went by when you're dropping the music.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is the most consistent thing that you can find that is directly tied to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you look up you stumble across the newer music that you've made.
And that's because like with me and Derek, we went through name changes, and all my name changes, like I only went through 2. I went from cartoonist to ZTY. And I just wanted to, like, you know, leave all my old shit, kind of like Derek did, just leave that shit behind and just come out fresh.
See, because that was the other thing too. Like with the music part, there was so little that I could find on you.
You can't go back past
like 18, bro, for dead ass.
Exactly. Yeah,
18. There's nothing past that, and I was like, there's just not enough here for me to have a full music interview on this dude.
It's all on fucking SoundCloud, but
and we'll have to just you'll have to give me some sources to go look you up, and then now that I know the names, I'll go find the rest of it.
I made it easier for people for that. So that album I just dropped, the CashApp.
Oh yeah, you did just drop that one. Yep, I saw that. Like 30, a month ago?
Yeah, a month or 2, something like that. 31 tracks.
Mm-hmm. And that's all your best songs. Basically, was the way that it was described.
Fucking 14 years of my music career.
Okay, word. I started listening to it, so now that I know that that's actually some of that's old stuff, I'm gonna go comb it and see what's up.
As I said, I need multiple interviews. I'm a pro-am skateboarder too. Like I just much, bro. Like
there was random little things that I was like, I would have to have personal conversations to like get enough about certain aspects of your life.
What like on Clubhouse? I fucking hate going on Clubhouse because people ask me, "What do you do?" And you have like 15 to 30 seconds to tell them what you, and I can't tell you what the fuck I do in 15 to 30 seconds. I couldn't tell you one thing I did in 15 to 30 fucking seconds. Not for you to understand, like for you to fully grasp. So it's like, I understand, bro. Like my interviews, they have to be like fucking 5 parts. All right, this is him on ZC. This is him on his music. This is him on his skateboard. Like I already see that, bro. Like it sucks.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And with life, I can't wait till I'm 50 because I already said this in the song. My fucking biography is going to be crazy, stupid long.
You got to start writing that shit.
It's going to be 4. I only got to start. I'm going to have somebody. This document.
Going to pay somebody to do it? Just follow me around. I'm going to tell you everything about me.
Exactly.
You already got a cameraman and a photographer.
When you start building the team, it's easier to make shit like that happen. So let's tell the people, because I know, like you said, there's so much more about you that we could definitely dive into. And we're definitely just going to have to set some times to just have you come back and elaborate on some more shit. So what are all the products right now that people can find from you guys?
So we have we obviously have hoodies, crew necks, sweatpants. We're going to start doing jeans here soon. We got shirts.
Derek's working on a shoe too.
Oh shit.
Damn, that was going to be the topper. I was gonna top it with that. Damn it.
Shoes coming soon. God damn. I wish he was in here. He had to step out real quick.
Yeah, shoes are.
But we'll have to talk to him about that.
So that's what I said when Derek's gonna have. I'm gonna give him his own part to and it's gonna be the shoes and other things like that. So because I do the boxes, I do the lighter cases, and I can't do
everything. I feel you got to delegate.
And I'm starting to understand that I can't do that everything. I'll be trying, but I start stressing myself out. And
you got to delegate.
I have a team, and I'm like, why not utilize the team? So yeah, we have a photographer. We have 2 photographers and 2 videographers technically. Technically, we have a third one too, but I got to get her going. It's actually one of my cousins too, so I got to get her going in it. But I'm just trying to build. Like I said, I'm just trying to build a team. I'm trying to anybody that's trying to work, anybody that's trying to what do you do? And people always are trying to yo, let's work, let's do this. My answer or my question / answer to you to that is going to be, what do you do?
That's a fair question.
If you're well, blah, 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 hit me up when you got something what you can do. Follow me, see what I'm doing, and see where you can jump in. That's what I'm on, because I'm running full speed right now, and my train is going. So if you're trying to jump,
you got 6 trains, bro. Let's be real. It's not a train,
I don't got 6 trains. I just got a lot of carts.
Whatever, however you want to.
It's one
however
train.
You want that analogy to work.
A lot of motherfucking carts.
You got a lot going on, sir.
Wherever you feel like you fit somewhere on that motherfucking cart, there's somewhere you can't fit. But guess what? We're not gonna stop the train for you. You
better hop on.
You have to run and
start.
The fucking train. We're not going to stop the train for you. You
better just be ready.
You better be ready and see what we're doing and send me shit. I did this for you. Blah blah blah. Do you like it? What the fuck did you do? Hit me up. You see me doing something. You see me doing an event. Hey, let me come to that event. And take photos. Do what you do. Network,
be proactive.
Blah, blah.
He's saying being proactive.
Just be you, and you're at your best you, and I'll
make it happen.
Proactive. On paper, it's just what do you do?
Resumes ain't enough. Show me the actual tangible work.
Fuck a resume. What do you do?
So where do you see ZC Customs brands overall in the next 5 years, bro?
So that's a trick in my head. I've been kind of wondering that myself.
All right, short answer then, because I know that's a complicated question.
It's not complicated. It's just because in my head, I do call myself luxury, but not high fashion. And I do eventually, in the next couple years, want to link with a seamstress, a girl, a young intern who's out of college, looking to work. Once that ZC is going, and see if I can actually start having seamstress come work for us to actually start designing, because I want to have more women wear. I have a ton of men's wear and chill wear and all this, but I really want to not
expand
myself, but I want my company to, because I can't learn how to sew. I can. I know how to sew. I do hand sew some shit, but I don't want to do a dress. I don't want to design a dress. I don't want to
You want to put somebody in place that
I want to put somebody in place, or a team in place, or put somebody in place to create a team to put in place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
To do that part of ZC. So I really want to dive into that part as well.
So in the next 5, so the biggest goal is to at least expand on the women wear and the women's department, essentially.
Expand hard as fuck on my women wear. We already do purses. We already do a clutch. I've done a clutch.
Okay.
Before. So our clutch is going to drop. It was supposed to drop this summer, but due to COVID and everything, I'm probably not going to drop it this summer. And if the colorway is a springish colorway, so I'll probably have to just do it 2021 now, sadly, because I've had this. I have one. But to mass produce and to do it, it's just gonna
be a lot. You take effort, and you want it to go out without a
and I don't want to
bang.
And obviously, if you do order, it's gonna take some time for you to receive it. But I don't want it to be stupid. You might get it in 5 months. I want to actually have a process where it's good. So I want to expand more on my females line, because I feel like my women are always hitting me up yo, what you got for us? I see your shit is cool, but I can't rock it out. I'm I can wear it out. They can wear my hoodies and but it's chilling. They trying to go out in my shit. So I want to do that for the women. For
Hell
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's dope.
And kids too. I want to have some kids shit too. Obviously.
Hell yeah. And those are good goals, man. Women spend the most money, so that's where your market should be.
That and I would really just love to see some women in some ZC shit, some sexy ass ZC dresses. I just think, to me personally, that shit'd be fucking. How I look at Versace is how I look at ZC, bro. Just backwards, if that makes sense. Gianni started with dresses, and they didn't even do shoes at first. They started with dresses and stuff.
Just taking your approach.
And then they went to purses and da-da-da-da-da.
Did what you knew.
And then streetwear years later, you know what I'm saying? Now, and Versace is one of the newest designers, too. They were 70-something. All the other ones are 17-something and 18-something. So they're one of the newest ones. So they're not even that old. But anyways, I'm going backwards because I'm going streetwear, because obviously...
That's what you knew. No, I get it. Yeah.
I want to rock my shit. You know what I'm saying? I love it. This is what I want to wear. This is what I wear daily. So, but I want to eventually start getting into more...
into women shit. So where can everybody find ZC Customs wear?
ZCCustoms.com. ZC Customs on Instagram. Rock ZC Customs on Instagram. So we got 2 Instagrams because we have the actual official page and then we have the gallery page. The gallery page is so you just see all what we've done and shit that I don't want on the official page. You can go on the gallery page basically. If some random person was like, "I'm rocking ZC today," we'll throw you on the gallery page, but the official page is the official page.
Hell yeah, I got you. All right, so we've already established. I'm gonna bring you back for an interview. We're gonna get into the music stuff because I want to give a full dedication to that aspect of you. Right, because there's definitely a lot to it, and now that I know where I can go find some more of that stuff, I could definitely dive a little deeper, and we can just do a full another interview about the music aspect of
so much lately. Aren't you a new artist?
See, and I knew you weren't new, but changed. I couldn't.
That name changed.
Yeah,
past 2018.
Yeah, see, and that's when I met you, so I only knew that name.
I have music since 2010. 2009.
See, yeah. So I'm gonna look into you, and we're gonna dive deeper into that, and we're gonna do a full music interview. So we'll have to line that back up. You know what I'm saying? Make that happen. Cool. But so, what is something that you want to leave the people, man? Just like we asked your business partner Derek, what is some inspirational or motivational, words that you can leave with the people? You know what I'm saying?
Do you to the fullest.
That's good.
Just do you to the
simple,
fullest.
Straight to the point, people. Oh, another mic change.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to.
Some of the mic shit, we just
you
cut it out.
Yeah, I don't want to. I feel like sometimes when the message just needs to be heard, it just needs to be heard. Sometimes when you just say too much, it's just what? But yeah, just do you. Do you to the best. It's the best I can say because it doesn't. It's not clouding your head. It's not too much on you. It's not too little on you. It's just right. It's baby porridge.
Facts. I like that. That's simple. Like you said, it's just to the point. And what's next for the crew, man? You know what I'm saying? I know we're going to have you guys back. I'm going to have to get you on a mic for real, Preacher. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start calling you that too now. I like that name.
Yeah, we call him Preach.
I like that. Yeah. We're going to have to get you on and get your side of this whole story, man, because y'all definitely have an interesting dynamic. And you kind of seem to be like the glue that kind of keeps everybody going the right direction or the same direction. You know what I'm saying? That seems to be your role in this whole situation where you got all the big ideas. Derek's got big ideas. But it's nice to have someone who would just keep shit focused and making sure that all the effort that y'all are doing is for the right reasons, in the right direction. So I want to get your story too one of these days too, man. We're going to have to set that shit up as well.
That's Preacher's position. That's what.
Yeah, and you can speak on this too. What's next for the crew, man? What should we be looking for from ZC Customs as a whole?
Man,
just near future. You know what I'm saying? We're not talking to 5 years now.
Yeah. Obviously, you're gonna just be seeing the crazy fucking events that we be having for the fucking photo shoots. Like I said, they're dope. The photo shoots are crazy. It's a video too. We do it, so it's a photo shoot and a video and party, and I'm telling you, it's just fucking dope scenes. And those are going to start being limited. So I would do want some model when you're talking about some models and shit like that. We could always use models and shit like that. So models always get at me. We're always doing shit, and I will pay you. We do pay. So
gang. So anybody hit, you know what I'm saying? Hit his DMs. You heard that shit. Hit Preacher's DMs. However you got to do it.
We ain't gonna be paying you astronomically because obviously you do get food and free drink and shit too. So it is a party. But you do definitely get your hourly for sure. We definitely make sure we take care of you. It is at my penthouse, so you definitely do have a good time.
Gang, penthouse flex. That was a slight flex, just for anybody who didn't catch that. Slight flex. So, how would at this point? You actually already answered that. All the links will be in the description below. Been smoking a little bit of weed. It's okay. Do you have any final thoughts, man, or comments before we close this one out?
I mean, I just appreciate you for having us, bro. I appreciate you for taking your time out your day to actually like interview us, because you know this is actually like my only second interview I've ever had, second or third.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all taking the time to do this. And Preacher hit me up to make this shit happen. Because like I said, me and you actually know each other. Yes, so I'm sure if I would have hit you up, it could have happened. But I, appreciate the fact that your, manager and the glue to this situation hit me up and initiated that, because then it made it, one, it was a moment where that felt good to me. I'll shout that out right there and just say, because we've been putting a lot of effort into this, me, Eric,
I seen it.
Everybody here at the Content Creation Studio, JD, I'm pretty sure he's somewhere around here, Josh, everybody, like, we put a lot of effort into this shit. So to have people notice it and like want to be a part of it and reaching out to, hey, how do we get on?
Why not?
So. He put me on to you. So
yeah, see, that's lit.
Even though you didn't remember me, I'm like, man, how you
mask on the other time the whole time.
No, you're good, man. You good. I was just
good.
like, damn, man. But yeah, no, like, I fuck with y'all, bro. I like your energy. I like what y'all are doing here, man. So
hell yeah, I appreciate
like
it.
that. Like I always tell people, I'd rather go somewhere where I feel comfortable than where the bag is sometimes, because the bag sometimes just
it's not right.
If it ain't right, it ain't right, man. I be telling nigga, I got artists in my DMs that be just going, nigga. It's like, bruh, no, like big artists, nigga. Like they just be talking.
We'll get into it. Like we're gonna make a whole another interview happen with the music shit, bro. Because I gotta hear this.
Crazy.
This story.
I'm gonna just say on this point, if you hitting me up and you trying to make me pay you, it ain't happening. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, facts. If you're hitting me up, this is mutual now.
You hitting me up for a feature,
we're mutual now.
I am not.
I feel that.
That's why we're saying these broke ass niggas.
Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and close this one out. Shout out to everybody, man, who watched this interview. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you go back and watch the Derek Royce interview. And maybe go back and watch this one. I don't know. I'm not sure how they'll drop, but watch both of them, goddammit. Yeah.
Make sure you like one up
Run
at the
it up.
beginning, too.
Share that shit. Like, comment, share, because it's free to share and support, man. That's all that's all I gotta say. Is free.
Free support is.
I'm not asking you to do above and beyond shit. I'm asking you to just support in a free manner. If you want to do above and beyond shit, those links are in the description as well. You can hit, CashApp, PayPal's, all that nonsense as well. You can we're working on getting join and subscription buttons working and everything as well. So yeah, be just on the lookout for all this dope material coming from HI.G.H TV. And always remember, live life high, honest, intelligent, genuine, humble. Look yourself in the mirror and ask you living that way, because you know what I'm saying? If you can't tell yourself that you're sexy and all this extra shit and be confident, then it's worthless and it's pointless. And yeah, y'all have a great day. Peace.
Yeah.